pregame with point emphasis on the third quarter.
Yeah.
Just what 21 third. Would you feel like maybe they get better or improve upon it?
Well, the pick and roll defense was pretty good tonight. We just wanted to give Simons different looks. But for the most part, we just wanted to get the ball out of his hands. You know, he had like 11 points in the first part of the first quarter. And then after that, we started to get in his face a little bit more in the coverages. And then the backside, which is what we have focused on the last couple of days, was at a really high level. But a lot of it was just will. Like the last play at the end of the second quarter, Jay's defense on the ball at the end of the clock, like that was what it was all night. Like guys just guarding the ball, having the will and toughness to keep the ball in front and being able to make a play. So it's just one of those games that for me as a coach, we saw a high level of carryover from the practice and shoot around into the game. And that's what you want to see from your team, especially when you lose 2 games in a row.
What do you think of playing overall, getting back after
just his burst. You know, he's got a different speed and ability to get into the paint and agitate. He can find guys. It was just good to have another ball handler on the floor. And it just settles our team. In many ways, it settles the rotation. And his juice is something that, we saw in the bubble when we first got him, that it was a difference maker for us. And he was talking on defense, and it was just good to have him back out there. And Cam brings a level of energy to the team that's really good for us.
It seems like he's able to find the opportunity to come in like a moment, like a transition.
Yeah.
Is that something that he just grown into that, or is that something he had right from the beginning?
Man, he's had a chance to. I think there are times when you have an injury, there's a lot of processing going on. You see yourself out there making plays with your game the way it is, but then you start to grow as you watch someone like Chris Paul, and you can add some things to your game. I've heard that, he was having a lot of conversations with the players, but in particular Chris, about making those reads. And some of it we try to set up, but for the most part, you have to have the ability to, make the read, shot, roll, or the backside offensive player who can shoot the ball. And I thought he did a pretty decent job of that tonight, making those reads.
Monty, without Chris and Ben, how big of an achievement is it to get 32 assists?
Yeah.
Guys like Cam and Aaron sort of break down the defense initially.
It was one of the keys we talked about in the locker room, to be able to get 32 assists. And then you couple that with the attention to the third quarter defense. I thought that was big time for us. I thought we played in 0.5 well tonight. And then when teams are playing zone that many possessions, it can stagnate you. But the one thing we talked about in the pregame was not allowing the zone to slow us down. I thought we did a decent job after about the 4th or 5th possession of zone of just getting the ball from side to side. And obviously guys have to knock down shots.
Speaking of that, Cam knocked down shots. What else did he give you? It seemed like, coming off the bench, he made the right passes all the time. He did a little bit of everything.
It still doesn't have enough shots for me. I mean, Cam in 24 minutes should probably be in the double digits with his shots. I mean, we should just have like a campaign for Cam Johnson to shoot more. I think it's maybe they sell shots at the lemonade stand they had the other day so he can shoot more in games. We want him to shoot. He's 6'9". He's one of the best shooters in the league. I'd love to see him in double digits with his shot attempts, because we believe he can make most of his shots. But he's trying to make the right plays as far as attacking the basket and finding guys. But there are times where guys are closing him out, but he's so doggone big, he can still get the shot off.
Monty, it's a unique situation because your team is often too unselfish. So in a situation like this, where 2 guys are, did you see guys being more aggressive when they needed to be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think aggressive in a positive way, taking what the defense gives them, but also playing within our scheme of 0.5 and paint to great. Like that's who we are. I thought Jay was doing a good job attacking the paint. Cam, Mikal, Landry, it was good to see him playing in 0.5 tonight. We have a let it fly mentality, but it's with a purpose. And, you know, we just want to continue to grow that concept.
You alluded to it earlier, but trapping is something you guys have done occasionally.
Yeah.
How did you rate the execution of it?
I thought it progressively got better. There were a few times where DA was back and Simons had 11 early. And then once DA got up, then JaVale came in and he got up. We were trying to force them to play on the backside. We just didn't want him to beat us. He's been carving teams up and he's got such deep range. You know, you have to extend that coverage sometimes close to half court. So I thought the backside of the coverage was really good. If you're going to have your guys, if you're going to commit 2 guys to the ball, the backside of your defense has to shorten the floor as best you can without giving up a dunk.
One of the big tenets of 0.5 is balanced scoring.
Yeah.
6 different guys in double figures.
Yeah.
And 10 scored before the end of the third quarter.
I think that's what we're going to have to do with Chris out and Book, you know, being out is to have, you know, different guys step up in that way. The question before the game was, you know, do you want somebody to do more with those guys out? I think that's how you do it, is the balanced scoring. And I think, you know, that kind of scoring it brings a lot of juice to the team. It's not that, you know, we don't appreciate what Chris and Book bring, but when those guys are out, we need everybody to, in some way, raise their level. They don't have to do it in an extreme way, but having that kind of balanced scoring certainly helps. And it certainly helps with Cam. You know, he helped our bench scoring the other day. The bench scoring didn't look that great. Thank you.